What's up, my fine apples? Welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a Whoop or Womp on a new foundation, and I'm going to be trying out the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, but in a stick form. So today we're going to figure out if this foundation is a Whoop or Womp. I'm really excited about this because I am a big time fan of the liquid foundation. So I was super excited they came out with a stick form. I am pretty picky though when it comes to stick foundations, just because I usually tend to stick to liquids just because they look so flawless. So I am really excited to see how this baby is going to wear, because to me the liquid foundation is just set and it's great for every single day. I have a full review on that one as well, so I'll make sure to link it down below. Also, check out my latest video. I just did a full on wear test and review on their entire pump line. I used a lot of the products. I wore it, I work out with it. I'm all about finding affordable makeup and makeup that just looks flawless and beautiful. I always say drugstore is where it's at. They have a lot of great products at a lot of good prices. Prices have been rising, but this baby is only $5.99. Don't forget to subscribe, become a part of the Fine Apple tribe. I also upload every Tuesday and Thursday, and my vlog channel is What Would Lizzy Vlog. So I went ahead and just pushed all the product up just so you can see the amount of product that you get. Only 0.42 ounces right here. So does this little bit right here. But online it just says slay all day and play all night in this long-lasting multitasking cover stick, currently available in 21 widespread shades. It says it's infused with argan and sunflower seed oils for intense moisture and seamless blendability. You guys will definitely see which one I prefer with a sponge or a brush. Long-lasting coverage in a breakthrough lightweight multi-dimensional formula that applies to a semi-matte finish. So that's basically the nitty-gritty. I always like to read what it says on the site itself. So now let's get into the application of the foundation so you can see how this baby wears, how it applies, and all that good stuff. I'm looking super tired. It's early in the morning, but let's move on with it. I got two shades. So I have the shade Buff Beige and Golden Honey. I didn't remember like what shade I was because I love the Photo Focus liquid foundation. So I'm going to swatch Golden Honey because I tend to like to be a little bit more warm, if anything. Okay, that is like my perfect match because that's usually the shade I like to go for, more on the warm side. But let's still swatch the other. This one is Buff Beige. Okay, that one's good too. So these two foundations are actually both really good picks because I have a ton of foundations, both of these shades. If I pick a shade like this, I just bronze up a little bit more. If I pick this shade, I love it because I tend to go for more warmer shades. So I'm going to do one side of the face Golden Honey, and I'll just go right over that Buff Beige, and I'm just going to go on one side of the face, and we'll see how the coverage is. I'm going to be taking an old beauty blender. All my Sigma 3D HD are pretty much dirty. I usually use a sponge most of the time, so that's I'm going to go in with a sponge, and then on the other side I'll go in with a brush. So this is blending out really nicely, and when I placed the foundation on my skin, it felt super silky. I never put foundation underneath my eyes. I don't like to layer too many products underneath there because the more layer, the more cake, the more creasing, and me no likeys. This is what it looks like right now with the first layer. I don't have a lot of problematic areas right now. I just have hyperpigmentation and a little bit of scarring right here, and then my dark circles, but that goes with concealer. So this is really nice and light. It honestly feels like I'm wearing nothing. I have really high hopes because I am the biggest fan of the liquid foundation. I can use that every single day. I have multiple shades. It's a good one, and it's so affordable. I'm going to stick with the golden just because I like to tend to be a little bit on the warmer side. So now let's go over my hyperpigmentation, and we're going to go over with a brush, and we're going to see what the coverage is like. Only downside I will say is that the amount of product you get is only right there. I'm just going to be using a BH flat top kabuki. I used this in one of my previous videos. So as you can see, it covered up a little bit of my hyperpigmentation. Still a little bit is peeping through, but much better coverage than what I thought it was going to be because I have a very thin layer on. I like the coverage using a brush more than the sponge right now. So I'm just going to go ahead into a second layer, and I'm going to use a brush on this side. I just realized I put the wrong foundation shade on that side. That's just great. Let's kind of triple layer it over. Oh my gosh, I picked up Buff Beige, you guys. So, well, this side's okay, but that side, it might look a little light, but it's okay. We're just going to blend it all together since I'm using a brush now. Yeah, this product is blending out really nicely. Much nicer than what I thought because I don't usually use like a lot of stick foundations just because I just prefer liquid. I think it looks more airbrushed and flawless, but this one's looking really nice. So my foundation's looking a little light just because I did have the buff beige, but it's okay. Once I bronze up my face and everything, it'll be okay. I'm using my sponge so that I can kind of spread the product a little bit nicer just because I did kind of layer on more of that golden honey. And I don't want my face to look too cakey. I want to give this a good shot and go, but this is blending it out really nicely as well, like as a finishing touch. So regardless, I'm glad I went over. I still see my hyperpigmentation, but it's covering up like really good. I'm just going to go over this area just a little, and then I'll just blend it out with the sponge softly. So here's an overview of the foundation. Has a really nice kind of satin finish. It's definitely not set. I'm going to go ahead and do my concealer and everything else, and then we'll be right back right before we set this baby. All right, guys, so I went ahead and did my concealer. That really livens up my face, obviously. We're going to go ahead and set the rest of the foundation. I love the way that it's setting on its own. It's a really beautiful, just like satin finish. Now let's set it. I have the translucent set, and I'm just going to set the rest of it with this. I usually use like Laura Mercier, but I was like, let's use a translucent set from the brand that's affordable because that just makes sense, right? I have used this translucent powder before, and it's really nice and light. Look how nicely it just airbrushes the skin. I'm going to make sure to bronze up and all that because I am looking just a little bit light, but the skin looks amazing with this foundation. Just looks super smooth. So now I'm just using my favorite Wet n Wild blush, Mellow Wine. I was like, ooh, good excuse to use it because you guys know I got so obsessed with it. I couldn't stop using it in every single look. So I was like, all right, I just have to put it away, but this is a Wet n Wild video, so I have to bust it out. And then I'm going to be using Precious Petals. Figured I'd show you because, I mean, it's a Wet n Wild video, so why not? And then my lipstick is Pastel Petal from Pixie. Alright guys, so here's the finished look with the foundation and everything else on. I am super excited about it because it looks honestly perfect. Even though I accidentally put a little bit of buff beige on this side, ended up like working out once I bronzed my face, put my favorite Mellow Wine blush and highlight and all that good stuff. And yeah, so I'm going to be checking in within the rest of the day. I'm super excited to see how this foundation wears because for me, like I said, I don't usually wear stick foundations. It's just not my thing, but this one blended out so easy and fast. And it seemed like a long way, even though there's just like that little nub. I wish it was a little bit bigger. So far, everything is looking pretty good, but we shall see how this really holds up because it may look good now, and in an hour, it may look like crap. So that's why we're going to test it within the rest of the day. So I'll see you for the check-in. So I am in Disneyland now. I'm going to do my foundation check. Foundation looks good to me. I've been looking at it, and I've been wearing it already for 2 hours. So let me see you in the sun. It looks really nice. The foundation looks so good. I haven't gone oily. Nothing has creased, only my concealer because I put a little bit too much, but looking good. How's my foundation? Does my foundation look good? It's been 5.5 hours. How's my foundation, Kenny?
Perfect.
How's my foundation, babe?
Good.
It's actually looking pretty amazing. 9 hours. You guys, it's raining over there. It's cold, but the rain is gonna stop. 12-hour foundation check. No touch-ups, no nothing. I blew my nose, so that's why the foundation is gone. All right, guys, I am back from a long day. This is about 14 hours wear of foundation. Look how good. Well, this area usually just looks like crap after a whole day. But look how good it kept on this side. I blew my nose, so that's why I lost foundation. A little bit oily, but barely anything. This is like very little for me. If anything, it was my concealer that was caking up, but that's not what the review's about. I'm obsessed with this already. I already love the Photo Focus liquid, but this one gives a lot more coverage. I love the finish of it. I think the stick is super, super convenient. So yeah, we'll probably cut to the next clip of me explaining if it's a Woop or Womp, but I'm pretty sure you already know the answer, so. All right, fine, Apple. So obviously it is the very next day, so I wanted to do my follow-up. I was just so tired. I honestly forgot to come upstairs, turn on the camera, and do my outro, but you pretty much can sum up how I felt about the foundation. I'm currently wearing it again today with the translucent set. So do I think that these products are a Woop or Womp? What do you guys think? It is definitely a big Woop. Now, I couldn't believe how long lasting this stick foundation was. It is so good. It glides on really nice. I used it again today, obviously, and blending it out, I love it with a brush. But to make it look a little bit more airbrush, I like to follow up with a sponge just to do like the finishing touches. The only thing, like I said, the downside is like the amount of product, but I feel like when you just do a couple of swipes, it gives pretty good coverage. And obviously this will run out, but I think it's completely worth it. It is only $5.99, and I know people are gonna ask, do you like the liquid more, or do you like the stick? I have to say, I kind of prefer the stick because for me, for the foundation, I don't know if they have golden honey in the liquid. I haven't checked right now. This stick foundation matches me dead on. I love the convenience factor of it, and I think the coverage is actually a little bit better and that this is a little bit more long wearing. I was surprised at that. Like I said, I get pretty picky with stick foundations, but it is freaking bomb, you guys. Also, I noticed in the video when I was editing, because it's already done, I'm just doing my outro, I didn't really talk about the translucent sets. It is a completely brand new product. It is the Photo Focus, and it's amazing. It makes the skin look airbrushed. It really reminds me of the Bye Bye Pores from IT Cosmetics. That type of finish, just very airbrush, takes away like the pores. It literally is a filter powder. I took a ton of pictures also at Disneyland when I tested it out with my phone. I got no flashback from it, so that's always a plus. I did not bake with this baby. I feel like if you baked with it, it's gonna end up giving you some flashback a little bit underneath your eyes, but if you just do a nice set, it looks amazing. Big Woop. I'm so happy because if you guys saw my last video, go show some love. Even though the products, you just have to go watch it. I did their pump line, and this is a big redemption because I was very sad after that video. Just go watch that video. I'd really appreciate it, just to show some love for my pineapples. Also, if you guys are looking for more drugstore products, check out the previous video. It is trying out new drugstore products, lots of new things and discoveries and all that, so you guys can get more affordable makeup. But this baby right here, a definitely big freaking Woop. I could see myself using this for every day for a light coverage. I can see this layering for more glam and for nighttime. I love the way it looks. It looks freaking amazing, like so good. I am in shock. Not really in shock, but very pleasantly surprised because it is a stick, but Wet n Wild is freaking killing it. I love this foundation. Go give it a try. All right, guys, well, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, become a part of the Pineapple Tribe. Also, I upload every Tuesday and Thursday, and my vlog channel is What Would Lizzy Vlog. Love you guys. Mwah. Whoop, whoop.
Here we go. It's all about you. It's all about me. It's all about what we do. Making art, you and me. Trying to find something to believe.